Everybody. So, have you ever thought about who you would be if you're not your story? The story that we so identify ourselves with, and we all do it. Have you ever thought about if you're not living in the past, who would you be? And these are some of the thoughts that's been going through my mind. It's like, how often are we fully present in the now? Because we can only fear the future because we live in the past, or we can only fear the future because we bring things from the past as absolute truth. And things can change. So, who are you when you're not the single mom or the single dad? Who are you when you haven't lost everything? Who are you when your partner hasn't cheated on you? Who are you, if you're not your degree, if you're not your PhD? Who are you? And a lot of the times, we don't consciously know that we're doing that. Sometimes it's not our fault what happened in the past, but it is our responsibility for the healing. And maybe it's something to get really honest with yourself, because we like to go back and almost blame the past, like blame the event that happened or the situation. And so when we keep looking there, we don't have to take responsibility, because ultimately, if you're blaming, you're not taking responsibility. And I'm not saying that we're talking about everything, because like I've just said now, sometimes it was out of your control, but your healing is in your control. And I use the word control loosely. Because if you were to say, I lost everything, or my partner, let's say, cheated on me, we keep looking there, right? And so we don't look at ourselves. And when we don't look at ourselves, we've basically got an excuse to not move forward. Because if you were to take your past away and you take the future, which hasn't happened, and you're living in the now, then you are a creator. You are your creator. You create your future. You create whoever you want to be, right? So if you're not tethered, feeling guilty about the past, you are free. If you're living in the now, you are absolutely free. But you can say like, oh, but I don't have money for this, or I'm alone, or whatever. As soon as you say, I don't have money, you're living in the future. If you're living in the now, there can't be a I don't have, or this, whatever. Because in this moment, if you're fully present with me, you cannot think about not like you can't pay your bills or that you're alone, because you are fully 100% focused in our conversation. And so it's an interesting exercise to do, because sometimes we like to bring across our story. One, it gives us something to talk about. Two, we almost offload on anybody who would listen. Three, it keeps us stuck in the past. So it doesn't allow us to change our own narrative of what we want to create. Okay, so you want to, I don't know, be free. You want to live life more. But it's like you are free, but then you basically carrying this big sack around, or this thing on your shoulders, where you can actually just put it down. It's no longer there. The past doesn't exist anymore if you're just in the moment. And so it's like, catch yourself next time you want to say, like, you want to tell your old story. Catch yourself when you want to tell your old story. Ask yourself, why is it that I want to tell my old story? Like, what is holding you back? Because a lot of the time we are our own suffering. I mean, maybe you wake up and you feel amazing this morning, and then you're like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Let me go fetch the rubbish from yesterday and bring it to today. Because every day is a new day. It's a gift, right? every moment is a new moment to think a new thought. But where are you concentrating your thoughts on, right? And so it's very interesting to, that we are our own suffering, or we are so identified with our old story. I can't do this because of that. I can't because of that. I am because of my past. But in order to have a different future, we have to think different thoughts. And that's basically coming back to the now every single time. You've always got a new thought. The only time your mind goes blank is when you actually ask yourself, like, what is my next thought going to be about? And you'll see for that little moment, your mind is blank. And then it will start up again. You don't even have to tell it. It will start up. But like, be so conscious about the thoughts that you're thinking. So who are you without your story? And ask yourself, do we just say our story as an excuse for us not taking responsibility for moving forward, for becoming the creator, for living the life that we actually want to live, for living the life that is meant to be lived, to be free, to be at peace, to be one with everything? Thank you.